Well, yesterday we finished our series on foundations. If you've ever built anything, you know that the foundation is the most important part of the whole building process. If your foundation is wrong, it doesn't matter how pretty the structure, it will fall. The foundation may not be glamorous, but it's actually the most important part. And I'm just saying that you and I, we need to have a strong foundation. Because as we've seen, especially the last 2 years, there's a lot coming at us. So how do we hold up long term? Well, we acknowledge that God also gives us the freedom to choose our foundation. And not all foundations are equal. Some make financial security the foundation that they build their lives on. We can make family and friends our foundation. All good things. We can actually pursue power and prestige. So there are many foundations which we can build our life on. But what we have to do is make sure that we build a strong foundation, a foundation that withstands every storm that comes our way. This series comes from Jesus' parable in Matthew 7. Jesus is talking about wise and about foolish builders. Now, in that same parable, the storm comes, and the storm hits both houses equally hard. One thing you can be sure of, no matter what your foundation is, no matter what you believe or how you live, storms will come. I mean, let's face it, bad things happen. They happen unpredictably with varying levels of intensity. Some, they're just mere inconveniences. Others, and life-shattering disasters. So when the storms of life start building up, that's when our foundation is tested. There's a story of a ship that wrecks in a furious storm, and the only survivor is a little boy who's swept by the waves onto a rock. He holds onto that rock all night long. The next morning, he's rescued. He's shivering, and they wrap a blanket around him. "You must have shivered all night on that rock." He said, "Yes, I trembled all night, but the rock didn't." That's the point. Jesus says when the rains come down and when the streams rise and the winds blow and beat against the house, it will not fall. Why? Because the wise person built its foundation on the rock. So even in the midst of whatever storms you might be facing, even when circumstances around you seem the darkest, Jesus is still our rock. He's the most important piece of the foundation. Paul in Ephesians 2 says, Christ Jesus himself is the chief cornerstone. In him, the whole building holds together. Remember, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He is the rock of our salvation. So my friends, it's time to make sure that Jesus is the cornerstone of your foundation. And if he's not, then let's rectify that. We'd love to have a conversation if you're still challenged by that. Have a great rest of the week. Continue to keep on building that strong foundation.